Welcome to the extended version of this lesson on the basics of story. We just talked about how a story can be split into two parts, known as the A story and the B story. And now we're going to deepen our understanding of these concepts by covering why we tell stories, why stories have both external and internal components, and some science behind why stories are so powerful. Let's start with why we tell stories. There is no one reason, but if we look back in time, we can hazard a pretty good guess. Picture a bunch of humans sitting around a campfire and telling stories. These legends, myths, and folklore are passed from generation to generation. They're filled with heroes, monsters, and magic. And inside each of these memorable stories is a little bit of information, some kind of lesson that is reinforced with each telling. As humans, we need ways to teach other humans lessons. But as we're sure you're aware, point-blank advice or facts are hard to remember. But what isn't hard to remember? What about a talking wolf that eats a grandmother? Suddenly, we can easily remember the story, and so we remember the advice hidden inside of it. So why do we tell stories? Our take is this. We tell stories to teach others the lessons we've learned. In other words, stories teach us about life and how to live it. Because every good story is trying to teach us something, from there's no place like home, to love yourself, to don't play God and resurrect the dinosaurs. There's a reason stories have an external and internal component, and it's deceptively obvious. Do you know someone with a dog that spits out their medication? The dog, not the someone. So the owner covers the pills in peanut butter or sticks them in food so the dog will swallow them? Well, imagine the lesson of the story is the medication. It's bitter and certainly not appetizing. So what do? You wrap it in the sweet and highly appetizing action of the story. The audience comes for the action, and they leave with the lesson. There's actually some science behind this. If you read chapter 3 of The Storytelling Animal, you'll learn about mirror neurons. To summarize, research shows that when we watch happy people, our brains will mirror them and we will feel happy. And the same for sad, angry, smiling, etc. And this translates to the screen. So if we see someone struggling in a movie, our brains will light up and make us feel like we're struggling as well. In other words, movies can physically affect our brains. And when the hero has an epiphany and learns their lesson, well, we might be mirroring that and learning the lesson ourselves. Now that you understand the why behind storytelling, the coming lesson should feel a lot richer. And as you learn more about the A story and B story, try to bring back that knowledge to the roots we've just covered. This is the core of storytelling. And the more you understand it, the stronger a writer you can become.